and decentralized finance Faucet, an innovative learn-to-earn program designed to educate and empower community members about blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Launched on December 2, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy. Let's explore the key features of our program educational focus. We cover a comprehensive curriculum, including the basics of blockchain, principles of decentralized finance, use of digital wallets, navigating exchanges, and understanding liquidity pool. Recurring learning cycle. Our sessions are structured in a 4-week cycle with virtual learning lessons every Saturday, ensuring consistent learning. Incentivized learning participants earn Actuate tokens for completing lessons and demonstrating their understanding. This model motivates continuous learning and introduces practical use of blockchain tokens. Graduates of our program can transition into teaching roles, reinforcing their learning and educating new participants. Teachers also earn Actuate tokens, creating a self-sustaining educational ecosystem. Community empowerment. Our program empowers members with valuable skills in blockchain and DeFi, enabling them to leverage Actuate tokens for personal and professional growth. Here's how the Actuate blockchain and DeFi Faucet works. Structured learning program. Over 4 weeks, participants delve into various aspects of blockchain and DeFi. Week 1, Introduction to Blockchain. Basics of blockchain technology, its history, and fundamental principles. Week 2, Introduction to DeFi. Essentials of decentralized finance, smart contracts, DeFi platforms, and applications. Week 3, Digital wallets and exchanges. Setting up and using digital wallets and trading on cryptocurrency exchanges. Week 4, Advanced DeFi concepts. Exploring liquidity pools, risk management, and security in DeFi. Weekly interactive sessions. Every Saturday we conduct interactive sessions blending lectures, discussions, and hands-on activities. Incentivized learning with Actuate tokens. Participants earn Actuate tokens for their engagement, providing practical experience in managing digital assets. Pathway to teaching. Graduates can become teachers, undergoing a brief training module and earning Actuate tokens for their contributions. The Actuate blockchain and DeFi Faucet is more than an educational program. It's a catalyst for disseminating practical knowledge and fostering a community well-versed in digital innovations. Join us in shaping the future of blockchain and decentralized finance within the African context. Welcome to the Actuate blockchain and decentralized finance Faucet, an innovative learn-to-earn program designed to educate and empower community members about blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Launched on December 2, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy. Let's explore the key features of our program educational focus. We cover a comprehensive curriculum, including the basics of blockchain, principles of decentralized finance, use of digital wallets, navigating exchanges, and understanding liquidity pool. Recurring learning cycle. Our sessions are structured in a 4-week cycle with virtual learning lessons every Saturday, ensuring consistent learning. Incentivized learning participants earn Actuate tokens for completing lessons and demonstrating their understanding. This model motivates continuous learning and introduces practical use of blockchain tokens. Graduates of our program can transition into teaching roles, reinforcing their learning and educating new participants. Teachers also earn Actuate tokens, creating a self-sustaining educational ecosystem. Community empowerment. Our program empowers members with valuable skills in blockchain and DeFi, enabling them to leverage Actuate tokens for personal and professional growth. Here's how the Actuate blockchain and DeFi Faucet works. Structured learning program. Over 4 weeks, participants delve into various aspects of blockchain and DeFi. Week 1, Introduction to Blockchain. Basics of blockchain technology, its history, and fundamental principles. Week 2, Introduction to DeFi. Essentials of decentralized finance, smart contracts, DeFi platforms, and applications. Week 3, Digital wallets and exchanges. Setting up and using digital wallets and trading on cryptocurrency exchanges. Week 4, Advanced DeFi concepts. Exploring liquidity pools, risk management, and security in DeFi. Weekly interactive sessions. Every Saturday, we conduct interactive sessions blending lectures, discussions, and hands-on activities. Incentivized learning with Actuate tokens. Participants earn Actuate tokens for their engagement, providing practical experience in managing digital assets. Pathway to teaching. Graduates can become teachers, undergoing a brief training module and earning Actuate tokens for their contributions. The Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet is more than an educational program. It's a catalyst for disseminating practical knowledge and fostering a community well-versed in digital innovations. Join us in shaping the future of blockchain and decentralized finance within the African context. Welcome to the Actuate Blockchain and Decentralized Finance Faucet, an innovative learn-to-earn program designed to educate and empower community members about blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Launched on December 2, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy. Let's explore the key features of our program Educational Focus. We cover a comprehensive curriculum, including the basics of blockchain, principles of decentralized finance, use of digital wallets, navigating exchanges, and understanding liquidity pool. Recurring learning cycle. Our sessions are structured in a 4-week cycle with virtual learning lessons every Saturday, ensuring consistent learning. Incentivized learning participants earn Actuate tokens for completing lessons and demonstrating their understanding. This model motivates continuous learning and introduces practical use of blockchain tokens. Graduates of our program can transition into teaching roles, reinforcing their learning and educating new participants. Teachers also earn Actuate tokens, creating a self-sustaining educational ecosystem. Community empowerment. Our program empowers members with valuable skills in blockchain and DeFi, enabling them to leverage Actuate tokens for personal and professional growth. Here's how the Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet works. Structured learning program. Over 4 weeks, participants delve into various aspects of blockchain and DeFi. Week 1, Introduction to Blockchain. Basics of blockchain technology, its history, and fundamental principles. Week 2, Introduction to DeFi. Essentials of decentralized finance, smart contracts, DeFi platforms, and applications. Week 3, Digital wallets and exchanges. Setting up and using digital wallets and trading on cryptocurrency exchanges. Week 4, Advanced DeFi concepts. Exploring liquidity pools, risk management, and security in DeFi. Weekly interactive sessions. Every Saturday, we conduct interactive sessions blending lectures, discussions, and hands-on activities. Incentivized learning with Actuate tokens. Participants earn Actuate tokens for their engagement, providing practical experience in managing digital assets. Pathway to teaching.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Frida.
Yes, hello, Doc.
How are you? Let's get started.
It's okay, just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session. So today we'll be talking about several factors in the PancakeSwap. Earning with PancakeSwap, we have yield farming, we have simple staking, and liquid staking. So we're going to have our topic master, who is Virginia Mule, but she's not joined yet. So yeah, let me try to get her on the phone.
Oh, Virginia Mole. Oh, wow. So these are interesting topics today. Things happening on PancakeSwap. Mhm.
Okay, before she comes around, I think I'll start by discussing today's topic on what maybe I'll start by saying what simple staking is. So simple staking is a process of participating in the validation of blockchain network by locking a certain amount of cryptocurrency in a wallet to support the network's operation, such as transaction, security, and governance. In return, stakers earn rewards, typically in the form of additional cryptocurrency. And so simple staking mainly involves locking of funds. This means that funds are locked up for a certain period of time. And then next we have rewards. Stakers earn rewards for supporting the network. And then next we have the validator role, which means that participants may take on a role such as a role as validators. So next we have liquid staking. So liquid staking is an evolved form of staking, which aims to address the liquidity issue associated with simple staking. So in liquid staking, you can stake your assets and receive a liquid token in return, representing your staked assets. So this liquid token, it can be used in various DeFi activities while still earning staking rewards. Some key aspects include one, liquidity. It provides liquidity for staked assets. Number two, staking rewards. It earns rewards while staking while retaining flexibility. And then next is DeFi integration. So liquid tokens can be used in other DeFi protocols. And the next topic we'll be talking about is yield farming. So for yield farming, it's also called liquidity mining. It involves providing liquidity to DeFi protocols to earn rewards. Yeah, so this means that these DeFi protocols are something like PancakeSwap. So usually it's in the form of additional tokens. So the process involves complex strategies and the use of multiple DeFi platforms to maximize returns. So the main features of yield farming are, number one, providing liquidity. So you can provide liquidity to DeFi protocols such as PancakeSwap. And then next you can earn rewards. So this is in the form of additional tokens. And then number three is complex strategies, which involves using multiple platforms and strategies to maximize returns. So in comparison, simple staking typically carries a lower risk compared to yield farming, as yield farming can involve high volatility and smart contract risks. Then we have liquidity. So liquid staking provides more liquidity compared to simple staking. So while yield farming can offer even higher rewards, potential returns, but with increased risk and complexity. Liquid staking is much safer. And then next we have complexity. So simple staking is straightforward. Liquid staking adds a layer of complexity, but it maintains liquidity, while yield farming is the most complex, often requiring strategic management across multiple protocols. So that's just an overview of what we're going to discuss today. I don't know if you have Virginia. Yeah, so we can continue discussing this topic. I don't know, Doc, do you know more about liquid staking and yield farming? As I try to call our topic master. Okay.
Yeah, we can count. We can, because, okay, thank you everyone for being here today. Now, these are things, what we are talking about today: staking, simple staking, liquid staking, and yield farming. These are things you do with the tokens you receive so you can earn even more money. All right, so instead of off-ramping those tokens into Kenya shillings, you want to do 4 things with tokens. 4 things are available for you because you have the tokens. 1, you can create liquidity pool. We have talked about liquidity pools over and over and over again. If everyone receiving tokens is creating liquidity pools, then those liquidity pools become very liquid and everybody gets to earn money. I know there's pressure to off-ramp the token to meet the daily bread. Okay, that's the pressure. You get the token, but you want to off-ramp them. That's not a good idea, because it is written, man does not live by bread alone, but by staking the actual tokens. What it means is that you want to have faith in the process. Right now, because people went on off-ramping all their tokens, the liquidity pools became inactive. That's not a good thing. It's not a good practice. Yeah, because you receive the tokens so that, it's a process for learning, so you can learn how to participate in the market, in the finance market. That's what we're talking today. Now, that participation requires attention. Now, off-ramping your token is failure to pay attention, let's say that. Because to off-ramp your tokens, it would mean that you don't believe in the process. It's called unbelief. And that unbelief is like loss of faith. Faithlessness is not good. So the blockchain, because blockchain is very new and these tokens are also very new technology, it calls a lot of patience in learning. But once you learn it, you will make a lot of money. But if you don't learn, if you receive tokens and you off-ramp them, you lose the entire opportunity for learning. So it becomes a vicious cycle. But you see, that because of the daily bread. So that's it. So I see there are 4 steps, 4 processes that are supposed to help you understand how to plug into. Then I think I'll say 5 steps. Step 1, you come to the learn-to-earn sessions, you receive tokens. Also, you can buy those tokens in the market yourself. It's when you open up this market to everybody in the world, you're going to see those tokens going out there like hotcakes. So you want to hold those tokens dear, because when the awareness about these tokens goes global, then you will be wishing you never actually off-ramped your tokens. Okay, so hold on your tokens, but instead of just holding on to your tokens, put them in the liquidity pools. Step 2. So step 1 is to receive tokens, Actuate token. Step 2, put them in the liquidity pool, as you have learned so many times, how to create, to provide liquidity. As Frida has said it, provide liquidity or supply liquidity. That means you tie your token, Actuate token, with BNB token. And in fact, you can tie it with any other token, including Ethereum, USDT, whatever you want, BNB, or even Bitcoin, or Solana, Cardano, whatever you want. So that is the amazing thing of this decentralized finance. It is not locked to any specific thing. It is broad, And so you can create liquidity pool with anything you can imagine. Not anything you can imagine, like Kenya shillings. You cannot create tokens in Kenya shillings, but you create liquidity pool with all available tokens in the market. And so, all available coins. That gives you a lot of power, immense power. You see, when you have such immense power, the only reason that you don't use that power is because maybe you don't believe in the power. It's called the unbelief. Unbelief. And you see, there's nothing that annoys the Almighty more than unbelief, lack of belief. It's because you cannot, I mean, if you don't believe, then you cannot get redeemed. So it begins by believing, but you cannot believe if you don't have faith. Faith is that substance of things hoped for. If you don't have a faith, you cannot believe. If you don't believe, you cannot act. Okay, so that's the whole thing. That's a sequence. So why you see people not creating liquidity pool is because they are suffering from unbelief. That's a process that happens in your consciousness. So it requires expansion of consciousness. That means ascension, ascending to your consciousness. You have to ascend from Kenya shilling to the blockchain money, to decentralized finance. Is ascending from traditional finance into decentralized finance. As we have said many times, that decentralized finance is at another level. As we were talking about yesterday, decentralized finance is on the principle of entropy. See, that entropy, the sense of entropy, second law of thermodynamics. We don't want to go into so many complex discussions today, but that second law of thermodynamics, which is called entropy, aligns completely with the emergence of knowledge. Let's say knowledge, because knowledge is decentralized, how knowledge occurs. Why people have remained poor is because the finance system is based on very, very old science of arithmetic, Aristotle those days. So now we have brought finance to the new science, the science that aligns with knowledge, which is called the second law of thermodynamics, entropy itself. So, and that is called ascension. That's what we are saying. So you want to ascend your consciousness about money from, fiat currency. Your money has to ascend from fiat currency to much more highly differentiated money in decentralized finance by creating liquidity pool. So off-ramping or taking off your tokens from what, or your value, taking off the value received in form of tokens from the blockchain back to Kenya shilling is what is descension or falling down. That's to descend. So, and that's not good. So we want to stay elevated so we can stay at that top. I just wanted to highlight that, make a statement about what we are doing here. It's called ascension of consciousness about money. And that comes by receiving tokens and holding on to tokens and then doing what with them? Creating a liquidity pool. Number one, when you have the liquidity pool, you can do a whole lot of things with the liquidity pool. A lot of things. Number one is you can do simple staking. Simple staking is, even before you can even go to liquidity pools, staking tokens is a process for securing the network in what we call proof of stake, POS. So if you contribute your tokens to staking, you stake your tokens so that the tokens that you are contributing in staking can secure the network. They are held, those tokens are held in that state, but then they are going to provide security for the state. That is very advanced science. How does a token, your own token, how does it provide security to the network? It's called staking. And if you now, for Ethereum network, for those people who are around it, 2 years ago, Ethereum migrated from proof of work to proof of stake. See, that's what it means, proof of work to proof of stake. So proof of work which is what Bitcoin is still running on. Proof of work is the security system for Bitcoin, and it's a former security system for Ethereum. And then proof of stake is security system from the word go for Solana, and I think Cardano, people like that. So proof of work in the beginning was requiring us to use electrical energy to validate transactions. And as you have heard, that proof of work is very, very expensive. It consumes a lot of electrical energy. So we've gone to proof of stake, where you provide your own tokens instead of electricity. See, in Kenya, we know about electricity tokens. We pay electricity tokens, so it's the same thing. Tokens act as the security, or you could call them soldiers. Your tokens behave like soldiers who are preventing people from breaking into the blockchain. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, soldiers, just like soldiers out there to prevent people, and how they do that, that's a technical explanation. We don't want to go into the details of that. But so proof of stake, so people stake tokens. And what's amazing about this proof of stake is that when you provide your tokens for staking to provide security, when you supply tokens to provide security, your tokens are still in your wallet. Although they are locked, you cannot off-ramp them into Kenya shillings. But because of that, they are earning you money, they earn you interest. That's what Frida said. That's called simple staking. Okay, and now that is considered a sink of our tokens. You know, here we're talking about Actuate faucets. Faucets issue tokens into your, those tokens are issued by the faucet. Faucet like a tap in the house, or like a shower that showers token down into your wallet. But then when you receive those tokens in your wallet, you want to take them to a sink. So the staking helps those tokens to be absorbed out of the network, because they're going to be locked away so that they can provide that security. It's like having policemen. So your tokens are like policemen out there watching over the blockchain itself. That's simple staking. So down the road, I think later this year, we're going to introduce a proof of work, proof of stake, a staking mechanism for the Actuate token itself, creating a token sink. You see, that is secondary to the liquidity pools that already exist, but we would like to invite all of you to take advantage of those liquidity pools, create liquidity. Everybody go there, creates liquidity pool. So then the next thing about staking is liquid staking. With companies like Lido, LIDO is liquid staking network. So liquid staking is even more advanced. It's amazing that when you provide, so liquid staking, you could say they have said to aggregate people's tokens. So you supply your tokens to Lido network, and then so that they can contribute, they can build, they can provide staking, or they can provide soldiers. Because when if people have got only a few tokens, those tokens may not be sufficient. But even when the proof of stake began with Ethereum network, you needed what? A minimum of 32 ETH. 32 ETH is a lot of money for a lot of people. So what companies like Lido did was say that even if you don't have 32 ETH, but you only have 0.001 ETH, you can still participate in staking in the 32 ETH requirement. By sending, you don't send them, but you don't, they create a mechanism where you can now supply your little ETH to Lido, and then Lido is going to mint for you a secondary liquid token. It's a certificate. So you receive a certificate from Lido, or the liquid staking, you receive a liquid staking certificate. That certificate is also liquid. Can you believe it? So imagine you supply your Ethereum 0.001 ETH, and then that one is gone to lock. It's like you've given your soldier to go there and provide security, and then you get a certificate which has equivalent amount of money in it, but it's a different instrument which is called liquid token. Because that token is liquid, then you can go to the market with it and do other things with it, invest in it, you see? And that is what's very powerful, that you can actually provide, just like we're talking about liquidity pools, which means for you LP tokens. Now, LIDO, which is liquid staking, also does the same thing. It gives you a stake token, which is liquid. And because that token is liquid, first of all, the ones that you already supply it liquidity are earning you interest, they're earning you money. But then you still receive another token, which is liquid to earn you money. And then when the liquidity, when the term is finished for staking, like staking period is finished, what will happen is that those stakes will get liquidated. They'll return all your tokens to you, but you see you've been earning money from them, and then they can now deactivate the liquid certificate itself. See? So the whole thing gets resolved after a while. So, and you see, that is, I think they were doing that for Ethereum. It would take about 2 years. That's 24 months. You provide 32 ETH. But if you don't have 32 ETH, you can participate in staking the proof of stake with using LIDO network or similar organizations that were providing liquid staking services. Okay, so and you see that is what Frida said. It's pretty safe. There's nothing you can't lose. There's no loss. It's win-win all the way. And see, now that opens the market much, much wider. What's amazing is that anyone, anywhere in the world can participate in doing that. And it's not complicated and that's why we want everyone to keep practicing, because practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you get. The more you do these things, the more you understand them. Because if now you're able to make WhatsApp calls without thinking twice, because before WhatsApp came, people were wondering, how can you talk to someone in Brazil and you're just someone in a village in Kenya? But then, after doing it for a while, it's not just Brazil you can call. You can call people in Russia, China, India, United States, United Kingdom, like that. So you get used to it. So this is why you do not want to upfront your tokens, because there's a huge latitude of things for you to learn, so many things to learn. And say, instead of spending time maybe on social media doing all the social stuff, now you can be spending a lot of time on the network, making money. Learning more and more about these things. And because you're receiving tokens, use these tokens, use this opportunity to learn. Because now when the rubber hits the road, competition is going to get increased. And then you'll be wishing, wow, I wish I learned these things when I had the opportunity. You want to learn as much as possible. So the fifth thing here we're talking about is yield farming. Yield farming is sophisticated, but it's not sophisticated for Gen Zs. I think Gen Zs are the most sophisticated crowd we have ever seen. Ever, the most sophisticated generation so far. Yeah, all the young people, you guys know stuff because you have grown up on the internet. You could say Gen Z, they should name it correctly, is Gen I, or Generation Information Tech, IT, Information Tech. You're born in the internet. Well, if the internet was a maternity ward, you're born in there. So, why you can't complain about yield farming? You already know yield farming because you're born into it. Now, we're not talking about farming in a small shamba, kitchen garden, or subsistence cropping. We're talking about farming on the web. Farm. Now, yield farming, if you have a farm in the village, say, supposing you have 2 acres, You want that acre to keep a small number of chicken, so for your eggs. So poultry, so you can get some eggs. Sometimes once in a while, you'll get chicken soup plus ugali mawe. Yeah, because for you to make ugali mawe, you have to grow some wimbi, some sorghum there. Then you have some millet, and then you need a small patch with cabbages, for creating some stew, for cooking stew. And maybe you have some rabbits, and then you have some goats and some sheep. That's the nature of a farm. It's got things. So it's complex. A farm has got many different things growing. You've got crops. So in a farm, now we're talking about a digital farm. A digital farm is also complex. It's got multiple crops. And you are now, for a sophisticated farmer, if you have gone to school of agriculture or you grew up in the village, you know that your farm, you need to pay attention to. You have to pay attention to the farm because the farm needs, fertilizer, manure. You need to take care of the crops. You have to cultivate, take care of the soil, all that. That's why it becomes risky because there are all these things you have to do in your farm. What does that mean for the yield farming on the blockchain? Yield, it means that there are so many different platforms that you could now go to try and hunt for yield. That's what yield. You're farming for yield. You're looking for yield. So it's not one platform. But say if you can get through a gateway like PancakeSwap, participate in yield farming. So there's so many different opportunities, there's so many different proposals of where you can be putting your money so that it makes you money. That is complicated, I think, for most people because it has so many little things that you have to do. And if you're not careful, you can lose all your money. It's like farming. You see, farming, if you're relying on the weather, the climate could change upon you, and then you drown all your crops. So it is that yield farming. It is because you see these tokens are volatile. They are changing in prices so quickly all the time. You can lose your investment. So it requires you to be very, very keen, observant, to be following the market every day, so that you don't lose all your money. But when it comes to staking, you're not going to lose the money because it's like you are lending the money to security. That's providing a service. So you can see staking itself is providing a service, and for that service you get paid. Yield farming is yourself actively going to farm. It's a little different. Well, it's completely different. It's like the opposite side of the scale. So you're providing a service in staking, so the people consuming the service will pay you. But then when you're yield farming, you are investing your efforts all through, and that's a risky process. So those are the things I would like to say. But what I would like to encourage everyone is that when you receive tokens, now you take them to explore all these different opportunities that are there in the market. And now what I want to let you know is that when now we open up this conversation to the rest of the world. By the way, we have not been telling everybody about all these things because we wanted, first of all, to build the Actuate nation. But then we are going to the next stage when producing the summit. When you're producing the summit in December, the summit now helps us to reach a lot of people, particularly people with deep pockets. When those people enter into the market, then the tokens will just change in value completely. And then you'll be wondering, whoa, if you lose your tokens, then you have to buy them. You'll have to buy those tokens for a lot of money. It's going to be different. So the earlier, the better. Well, basically, don't lose your tokens because if you don't hold on to them or you don't provide liquidity, meaning still holding them, or you don't do staking with them, and you don't have them, come 2025, the tokens will be very expensive and out of reach because the summit itself is going to help us reach a lot of people, particularly people with deep pockets. Of course, the programs that we're implementing in the third quarter of this year, including quadratic funding and retroactive public good funding. Retroactive public good funding are going to make those tokens very, very rare for you. And then, of course, to obtain them, you have to pay. You have to pay cash to get the tokens. So take advantage of token right now during this period in the Launch One program, so you earn the tokens. And as I tell you, these tokens it's a different level. It's a higher level of financial operation. Now, all the stuff you've heard called staking, liquid staking, and yield farming is what they used to call in traditional finance financial engineering. It's engineering money. So today, you know that when you're in this class, you're in a class of financial engineering, you become an engineer of finance. That's what engineering is all about. Well, back to you, Frida. I wonder if our topic master back is here.
Thank you very much, Doc, for that. You can see that she's not yet here, but maybe we can continue with the discussion. So some of the factors maybe why you need to understand what simple staking, liquid staking, and yield farming is because number one is because of investment opportunities. So these mechanisms, they provide ways for you to earn passive income. Staking and yield farming, they can offer significant returns compared to traditional financial products. Number two, they offer additional ways to diversify your maybe token portfolio, which can help manage risks and maximize returns. Number two, ecosystem participation. Simple and liquid staking, they are crucial for security and operation for blockchain networks. By participating in staking, you can help maintain the integrity and the efficiency of the network. As you remember, we said in blockchain, we have different networks. We have networks such as the Binance network. We have networks such as the Ethereum. We have Celo networks. So you can participate in the ecosystem through this means. And then next we have supporting DeFi growth. Yield farming is vital for the growth of DeFi protocols. By providing liquidity, you can support the functionality and stability of decentralized exchanges and lending platforms. And then next we have financial innovations. So these concepts, they represent new models of financial interaction, offering alternatives to traditional banking and investment systems. They contribute to the development of decentralized financial infrastructure. And then the rewards and incentives associated with staking and yield farming drive innovation within the blockchain and DeFi space, encouraging the development of new technologies and applications. And then next we have liquidity and flexibility. Liquid staking enhances the liquidity of staked assets, making it easier for you to access and use capital without waiting for staking periods to end. And then we have financial flexibility. So yield farming allows you to leverage your assets in multiple ways, providing greater flexibility and flexibility in managing your investments. And then we have risk management. So understanding these concepts helps you manage your risks associated with participating in DeFi. This includes being aware of potential volatility, smart contract risks, and the implications of locking up assets. And then we have strategic decision making. So knowledge of staking and yield farming enables you to make informed decisions about where to allocate your assets, balancing risk and reward effectively. And then for community and governance, So many staking mechanisms, especially proof of stake, which is called POS, blockchains, grants you the ability to participate in network governance. This means having a say in important decisions regarding the network's infrastructure. And then we have community building. Engaging in these activities fosters a sense of community and shared purpose among participants as you allocate support and enhance the blockchain or DeFi ecosystem. And then lastly, we have the practical application. For individuals and institutions interested in blockchain and cryptocurrencies, understanding these concepts is crucial for educational and professional purposes. For developers and businesses, integrating staking and yield farming into your platforms can attract users and provide additional revenue streams. As you've heard from Doc, we had a term, if you're not there in the previous classes, we've had about entropy. Basically, what entropy means is the measure of randomness. And from the laws, we've learned that the universe tends to move towards randomness. Yeah, so it tends to move towards randomness. And this is part of this new financial system, which is a decentralized financial system. So the more we embrace this financial innovation, which is decentralized finance, and the more we align with the universe. And so I don't know if anyone has anything else to add. We have a question and answer session right now. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and post in the chat box. Otherwise, you can also raise your hand. Yeah. If not, we can proceed to the next session where we learn about the latest developments in our website by Grace. So Grace and Jerry, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Frida. So hello everyone, my name is Grace Njeri, and today I'll be giving you several updates in our website, and I'll be sharing my screen. I hope you can all see my screen. Frida, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so thank you. This is our website, actuate.bio, and I'd like to start with the speakers list. Yeah, this button here, this is the Nairobi Summit page, as you can see. So far we have so many speakers. As you can see, the list of speakers. In total, we have 72 speakers. Yeah. Yeah, all those speakers, and there's still room for more. We need more speakers. So if you're there and you would like to come and speak in our summit, you're free to submit your abstract through the form. Also, another update is that we have 3 more forms for the registration as attendees, exhibitors, and sponsors. So when you click to this attendees page, you'll be able to see some updates here. First of all, is about the registration details. We have the bank routing number and account number, and right now you can be able to register as an attendee from now onwards by just coming to the website, to the Nairobi Summit page, and to the button that is labeled attendees. And when you come to this page, you just click register. Yeah, and it will redirect you to a form. Yeah, this form here, as you can see, we have a form that is called attendees registration form. Yeah, you will answer some questions there, and then you'll send your money through the Citizens Bank through this routing number and account number, and then you click submit. Yeah. Also, we have when you go back to this Nairobi Summit, we also have exhibitors here, and we can see also the bank information here. So you can book a booth, and by clicking that button, book a booth, you'll be redirected to this registration form, where you'll be able to fill some details and also be able to pay and send the confirmation number, and then you submit the form. Yeah. And the last one is the sponsors. Yeah, we also have a form for the sponsors. Yeah, by clicking sponsor, you'll see this form here, and you'll also be able yeah, so sponsors can be able to send their sponsorship fee. Yeah. And also another thing is about the sponsorship page as well. We have one more sponsorship level that we have added. That is the title sponsor, who will be contributing $100,000. And we can see that when we come here to the sponsors benefits, there are more benefits to these title sponsors. For example, they'll be mentioned at the beginning of every speech during the summit. Another one is that they will have lifelong mention in our website. And another one here, the last one, is that they can invite 20 representatives from their company to attend the entire conference. So those are the additional benefits that we have for the title sponsors. Yeah, I think that is all from my side. Back to you, Frida. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Grace, for sharing that. I hope you've all seen the developments about the Nairobi Summit. As you can see, it's coming along well. We have a long list of speakers. So for what you can look for, how you can participate in this is maybe you can look for sponsors. And right now, if you're asked who is going to be coming to the summit, you have a long list of doctors and also a lot of people who are willing to come and speak to our summit. So as we said in our previous classes, if you invite a sponsor and if you invite someone to come and sponsor our events, you can earn some money from that. Yeah, so you earn at least 5% commission. And so it's an amazing opportunity, and we'd love for you to be part of this summit. So I think that's it for our lesson today. I hope it's been productive. If anyone else has anything to add, I don't know. Doc, do you have anything else to add?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much, Grace, for showing us the website with the speakers list. I think what we'd like to emphasize and get to communicate with members here in Actuate Nation, let's say citizens of Actuate Nation, is this, that the summit is already successful. Okay, we have the most luminary speakers in all disciplines shown there. 74 of them. Can you imagine? These are high-level scientists, high-level doctors, high-level dentists, lawyers, and very skilled people. You want to be there so you don't miss out. So we have worked very hard. The entire team has worked very, very hard over the last several months to talk to those people and ask them to come to the summit, and they have gladly accepted. That's amazing. First of all, for every one of you, pat yourself on your back and say, wow, that's bravo. Say bravo to yourself. Because that's amazing work to get all those people. It's usually very hard to convince people to come to your event. except maybe politicians do it all the time. But it's not politics. We are talking about science, pure science, pure science, pure knowledge. That's what you're talking about. And we talked about the other day about how knowledge becomes power. This now kicks it out of here the PLO Lumumba paradox. Remember, Lumumba has been saying that people with power do not have knowledge, and yet people with knowledge do not have power. Okay, and that is because power itself was built on old mathematics of maybe centuries ago, thousands of years ago, arithmetic, which is old finance. Now, decentralized finance is here, which is built on the science of randomness. As Rita has said, science of randomness is entropy, the second law of thermodynamics. That science of randomness is what Actuate is all about. It's random because it is decentralized randomness. So nature tends to be random. And I can tell you a secret that maybe President Ruto doesn't know. This randomness, this sense of randomness is what is beleaguering him. He has no clue. He keeps on asking, who are the leaders of the Gen Zs? There are no leaders in random science. It happens anywhere, everywhere. That is because it's built on the new science of entropy. So you could say that the problem that plaguing President Ruto is entropy. He's suffering from entropy, or he's not understanding it. So it's upon him. So let's say entropy is upon us. For us, we have great advantage because we know what is going on. This entropy, the science of randomness. And you see, decentralized finance is the representation, or you could say the manifestation of the science of randomness, of entropy, and we have it. Now, it is pure science, very high science, as I can tell you. So if we have people accepting to come and speak at the summit about this high science, we feel very, very happy. Brings a lot of pleasure to us because we know we have conquered. But all is not done. So if you go through that list, and I encourage every one of you to go through that list, one by one by one, we shall discuss it. The list of speakers, you'll find some neurosurgeons there who also are talking about how do we use artificial intelligence to improve neurosurgical work in Africa? How do we improve AI? But AI without decentralized finance is nothing because you need money to implement all that. So AI combines with decentralized finance. These are two sciences of randomness. High science of randomness, decentralized finance and artificial intelligence. Okay, so then we have the top psychiatrists there. They'll be coming to talk to us about mental health, which way mental health in Africa. We have top-notch endocrinologists. These are people who deal with endocrine diseases like diabetes and thyroid disease and the like. And top women doctors, gynecologists, obstetricians, who even going to do workshops. Top environmental scientists. By the way, the Green Belt movement to be coming, represented by the very own managing director, the Green Belt movement. This we're talking about green energy, environmental science, plus many other people in environmental science. The United Nations, we have 2 people from the UN coming to speak to the summit. So for environment, even the United Nations United Nations acquired immunodeficiency syndrome problem. So it's a big deal. So we have the UN already. We have, we have organizations, not-for-profit, charitable organizations, government organizations, people in health policy in government. They're coming there, like the Ministry of Health. So we understand how to create new policies in healthcare based on even the World Health Organization, the WHO itself. Can you believe it? WHO, I think they want to come and get a sneak preview of the new the new economy on high entropy. Yeah, the new economy of decentralized finance. How? So the summit is very, very fascinating. You can say we have got a very, very illustrious group of speakers who are also going to perform the workshops. It's going to be a very huge party. And this one I'm telling you guys is when you're receiving these tokens, hold them tight. Holding them tight by putting them in the staking protocols, in the liquidity pools. Do not throw them away. Do not cast away your confidence. So written in Hebrews, do not cast away your confidence. Why? Because you shall receive great reward. Now, I would like all of you to go down that list. Each one of you, go down that list one by one by one. See that energy that that list of speakers represents in the summit. And people coming from everywhere. And remember, we're only halfway through the year. So there's a lot more months to go. We are not going to stop inviting people because we can have the speakers list right now. If only those speakers who have said they would come and they have confirmed by now, if only those, if we stopped asking anymore, the summit will be completely successful. But we're not going to stop there because we want the summit to be more and more successful. Because KU, the summit is going to be in KU, in the amphitheater. But the amphitheater is just one building. We will have breakout sessions, workshops, say vertical programs. Like if you have someone who is interested in food science, we can have 4 days of food science workshop on the side, so that those people who are interested in food science can, you know, they can feel complete. They can feel fulfilled. They become fulfilled. Remember, full and filled, 2 words, fulfilled. So we are looking to see if we can we are able to fulfill everybody by creating breakout sessions, such that it's not just one room when you're discussing different complex subjects that some people feel they are not included, but we want the meeting to be as inclusive as possible by creating many satellites, small conferences, which are known as workshops. There's going to be about 14, there are going to be 15 different workshops in that place. And if there are 15 different workshops, it means that we're going to cater to many disciplines, like 15 different disciplines participating in those workshops. And so if you have 74 speakers, now we're going to have 74 speakers plus 15 workshops, but the workshops will be running concurrently so that everybody feels that everybody feels fulfilled. Kila mtu anatosheka. Blessed are those who thirst and hunger for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Everybody will be fulfilled righteously. Will receive the full blessing of the summit itself. Okay, so why am I telling all this thing? Is because you have got a lot of power. Remember, we are knocking down Lumumba's paradox. PLO Lumumba has been complaining about this. We need to tell Lumumba now the problem is solved by the decentralized finance. This is science of entropy. The science of randomness solves the paradox. So it's not a problem anymore. It is now we have the solution. The solution is at hand. And I think Lumumba is going to be very happy because he's been crying about this for decades, ever since I knew PLO Lumumba, who has complained about that. So people with power have no knowledge. People with no knowledge have no power. So what we are saying today is that knowledge and power are in the same spots. Because the science of randomness helps us to align knowledge and power. You're here because you're a person of knowledge. And that means that if you're a person of knowledge, then you're a person of power. I just want you to observe what's happening with Mr. Ruto's regime. Is that he thought he had power until knowledge people or knowledge itself managed to unseat his members of parliament. Even he had to dissolve his cabinet. So who has the power? You have the power. So you want to exercise that power. That power is decentralized. The power is in decentralization. You see, so knowledge has aligned with power through the science of randomness called entropy. That's what we were talking about yesterday in our science, technology, education, engineering, mathematics program. Knowledge has aligned with power. So you want to understand that power, its symbol, the symbol of power is the Actuate token. Because Actuate token is a symbol of randomness. Okay? So I hope you understand that. I want you to get that. And when you find out as being able to produce a summit in this way, you are right there on top of it, and you have the actual token at hand. So you have the symbol of power at hand. So then the next thing is, let us invite all the sponsors, because you know people who can sponsor. You actually know people who can participate in sponsorship. Talk to them, tell them, listen, come to this summit where the power is. Power has moved from the political class to the people of knowledge. Okay? People like yourselves. Power has moved from the political class to people of knowledge. And so it's an overthrow of politics into knowledge. Complete overthrow. And so what is going to be happening is that you don't want to be left out, because you would find that you have access to so many organizations, companies that want to participate, but then you get paid for asking those companies to participate. That's how you begin to exercise your power in a very decentralized fashion. It's high entropy. And I keep saying, why we have this kind of work is distributed to all over, to the members of Action Nation, is to acknowledge the decentralized nature of the new economy. That the power to do these things is in your hands. And then you'll be seeing that you have the whole world in your hands. You have the whole world in your hands, because you do. And yeah, so that's what I'd like to add. Thank you so much, Grace. And as you've seen that for those people who want to participate in pay, particularly as attendees, as people who want to participate as vendors, exhibitors, they can send money to Citizens Bank, and the information is there. It's very, very easy. And once you complete that registration form and send money to Citizens Bank, but enter the receipt number before submitting the form, receipt number for the money transfer when they have sent the money to Citizens Bank. And I think Citizens Bank, it can receive money even from M-Pesa. Yeah. So for those people who want to pay with M-Pesa, today, there is technology for that. So, and if anyone has questions, then for people who are very, very advanced now, in this high entropy economy, they can pay with blockchain money like Ethereum, Bitcoin. They can pay with what? With USDT, or even Actuate tokens themselves, which they would have bought from the market. Okay. Yes. So that is what is going on. And I think it's very, very exciting. I think today, being the 13th of July, is it 13? July 13 is a major inflection point where we have come to the point where now things have changed direction, and that direction is called the takeoff. We have reached a takeoff. All right. So yeah, let's stay together and be highly encouraged and keep those tokens and buy many more tokens before they become very, very, very expensive. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Frida.
So thank you very much, Doc, for those remarks. I don't know if anyone has a question. If you have a question, you can go ahead and raise your hands, or you can type your question in the chat. Yeah, so as you've heard about the summit, and Grace has said it's much more than just speakers and sponsors. We have also exhibitors, and also you can submit your poster presentation. Yeah, these are just some of the ways you can attend the summit, and also we've seen the registration form for attendees, so you can begin as early as now to register. And yeah, it's a lot easier to register for the summit, so you can go ahead and fill the form and follow the steps that we've seen from our website. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's session. I don't see any questions, so I believe everyone has understood today's session. And I'll go ahead and post the form. So
Okay.
yeah, you can go ahead and fill our Learn to Earn form in the chat box as we wait for any questions if you have some.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Frida.
Yeah, so we can adjourn the meeting and we'll meet next time. Thank you.